Hoppy Playtime is a game about what if your toys came to life and they weren't as nice as you'd hoped. Today, we're going to be talking about all of the smiling critters and how they died. Now, this is not 100% the true facts. This is just what I believe happened. This is a very different video from what I'm used to posting, so if you enjoy this, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment down below and share with your friends. Make sure to tell me what you guys want to see next. Hoppy Playtime Chapter 3 came out on January 30th, 2024. Here, we were introduced to the Smiling Critters. The Smiling Critters consist of Bubba Bubbafint, Kickin' Chicken, Hoppy Hopscotch, Crafty Corn, Piggy Piggy, Bobby Bearhug, Dog Day, and Catnap. They are all depicted as best friends in the opening of the game, where they were all having fun. This is when things start to get weird. It is nighttime at Dog Day's house. All the smiling critters are scared of the wind, which is keeping all of them up at night. Here's the video now.
The wind's really scary. I can't sleep.
Hey, we'll be okay, guys. I promise. All winds blow away. Eventually. Catnap! Please, help us go to sleep, Catnap!
We need it, Catnap.
Please help us!
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
At the end of the video, we can see Catnap fill the room with his red gas, making the critters go insane and eventually fall asleep. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with how they died, but it does better explain Catnap's intentions. Now that I have summed up the lore of the smiling critters, now is when the video will truly begin. Bubba is the first cardboard cutout we see in the game. He is seen as a very dorky elephant with a light bulb on his chest. Funny enough, even though Bubba's voice may throw you off from it, but he is the smartest out of the entire Smiling Critters group, which is most likely why he was targeted first. His intellect was too great. The critters know this after the Hour of Joy. They needed a way to dispose of him. My best guess on who killed Bubba would most likely be Crafty Corn. As we can see in the Smiling Critter trailer, Bubba rips Crafty's painting to show off his math. Now, even if you are best friends with the person, ripping their hard artwork would make anybody mad, no matter who you are. So, before we continue with this, let's listen to Crafty Corn's dialogue.
Hi, I'm Crafty Corn. Can you help me with my painting? Pass me the blue, please. Thanks. Now, can you give me some red? More red, please. Out? But we can't be out. You're hiding more red from me. I know you are. Give it here!
Notice how Crafty Corn asks for red paint, and we say that we're all out. She gets furious by this, and then we hear static, which sounds like a scream. What I could piece together is that Bubba and Crafty Corn, always being so close to one another, were hanging out one day. Crafty asked Bubba for the red, and when he said there wasn't any more red, Crafty lost her mind, and then went and killed Bubba and used his blood as paint. Now, this could be a stretch, since in Bubba's dialogue, we can hear him saying how he recognizes us. Let's take a listen.
I'm Bubba Bubbafint. Hey, I remember you. An elephant always remembers. Want to know what I remember about you?
Bubba says he remembers us. This is most likely because elephants have really good memories. Plus, we are playing as someone who used to work for Playtime Co., so this could infer that Bubba remembers us from when we worked here. Now, I don't know if everyone knows a lot about this, but when employees or even toys became aware of the true nature of Playtime Co., they were sent down to the bottom levels, where they were then met by Boxy Boo in order for their secrets not to get out in the public. And since Boxy Boo is such an aggressive toy, he would basically be there just to kill. He would just kill anybody who knew the secrets. I think since Bubba is so smart, and we used to work at Playtime Co., he figured out the true nature of the place. Staff caught on with this and may have sent him to the bottom levels to be killed by Boxy Boo. This is a very big stretch, but this is the closest to what I could figure out what happened to Bubba Bubbaphant. Kickin' Chicken is seen as the cool guy of the group, so typically he isn't as smart, and he is willing to take risks. In his dialogue, we hear him say he wants to go outside, but he's scared to go outside by himself. He asks you to follow him. Here's the dialogue now.
Hey, I'm Kickin' Chicken. Want to go outside and hang out? It's looking pretty rad outside. I've never been outside before. Will you come with me? I'm scared. Here, follow me. I'll step out first.
As you can hear, right before Kickin' Chicken was about to step outside, he is killed by something. Now, the one thing I can think of who could have done this would be the prototype. This is because one of Poppy's dialogues tells us that the prototype never lets anybody leave the factory. I'm assuming Kickin' Chicken, after the Hour of Joy, was scared. All his friends turned into monsters, including him. He was scared and started to run to the entrance to try and escape. But right before he could get outside, the prototype snatched him up and dragged him down to his lair. Unfortunately, since Kickin' Chicken was so rebellious, he didn't think to check his surroundings before trying to escape, which led to his death. Hoppy was a very energetic member of the Critters, almost as energetic as Kickin' Chicken. We can see her playing soccer as well. In Hoppy's dialogue, we can hear her saying, "Jump to the moon," trying to get us to jump. Let's take a listen.
I'm Hoppy Hopscotch. Wanna try hopping to the moon with me? On three with me. 1, 2, 3! Heh, didn't get very far, did we? Again! 1, 2, 3! Nope, still didn't make it. Listen, this won't stop until we make it to the moon. 1, 2... No, don't look at your feet! None of that matters! Again! Jump! I'm Hoppy.
Right before the scream at the end, we can hear Hoppy tell us to jump. Then she tells us to not look at our feet. She is seen as very impatient, like in a nervous way. Then, after she says 3, 2, 1, jump, it cuts off to a scream. Now, two things could have happened to Hoppy. One being she missed the jump and fell to her death. This would most likely be in this area of the game, since this is where the deepest pit can be found in the entire game, and we never see Hoppy's body on the floor anywhere else in the game. The second way being right before she jumps, she is pulled away and killed. Now, there's no way to know who could have done it, but I'm assuming it would have either been the prototype or Catnap, since those are the only known enemies to be on the mid levels of the game. since right before Hoppy can finish saying jump, we hear her scream. Now, it wouldn't make much sense if she jumped before saying jump, unless she was about to get caught and had to jump anyways in order to have a chance at getting away. Since Hoppy was so impatient, it led to her demise. Bobby was a very loving critter, since that's her entire theme. In Bobby's dialogue, we can hear her saying how much she loves us. She's crazy about us. Let's listen to the dialogue now.
Hi, I'm Bobby Bearhug. Want to know how much I love you? I love you to the moon and back. I'm crazy about you. I'm lost without you. I've been lost a long time. Please, take me with you this time. You won't leave me, will you?
Now, since we know Bobby loved her friends and basically everything around her, I have a feeling that when the Hour of Joy took place and all of her friends ran away to go wreak mass genocide, since Bobby was such a caring critter, I have a feeling that she was scared she would never hurt a fly. She never ate anybody during the Hour of Joy, since her entire purpose was to love. So, when her friends ran away, she developed some sort of separation anxiety, as we can hear her saying she's crazy about us and other various love words. Since we know that if the toys don't eat, they will die, just like any ordinary person. Now, since Bobby didn't take part in the Hour of Joy, I think it's safe to assume she starved to death. She couldn't bring herself to harm anyone, so she decided she would rather die than to hurt others. It's just in her nature, and in the end, she stuck to her morals, but suffered from it in the end. Crafty Corn, in her dialogue, is seen as a very soft and caring person, almost like Bobby Bearhug. She would never hurt anybody, right? Well, now, as we have already discussed, she was the very first one to kill out of the entire Smiling Critters group, as we can hear in her dialogue, where she more than likely used blood as red paint. Let's listen to the dialogue.
Hi, I'm Crafty Corn. Can you help me with my painting? Pass me the blue, please. Thanks! Now, can you give me some red? More of that, please. Out? But we can't be out. You're hiding more red from me. I know you are. Give it here!
Since we already said that Crafty Corn was most likely the one to kill Bubba, I can infer that all of her friends started to resent her, seeing her as a murderer, rightfully so. So I'm guessing that all the Smiling Critters, excluding Dog Day, Bobby, Bearhug, and Catnap, all took place in the execution of Crafty Corn. They deemed her way too dangerous to be around, so they decided it would be best if they disposed of her before she got the chance to do that to anyone else in the group. Crafty Corn was most likely the first critter to become evil other than Catnap, but it's safe to assume her friends turned on her after what she did to Bubba, which is, it makes sense. I would too. Now, this is a tough one. Piggy Piggy could have been the cause of multiple deaths in the group, but I just can't find any evidence leading up to how she would have done it. The only evidence we have is that she says her favorite food is grilled chicken, seared elephant, and flayed unicorn, which just so happens to be the animals of some of her friends. Let's take a listen to her dialogue.
Hi there, I'm Piggy Piggy. Let's eat. Roast beef? Delicious! Grilled chicken? Down the hatch! Seared elephant? Yum! Flayed unicorn? Mmm! Still hungry. Hey, What do you say you and I be friends?
So I have a feeling that Piggy Piggy was the cause of Crafty Corn's death. Yes, I believe most of the critters took part in her death, but I think after they killed her, Piggy Piggy stuck around and decided to eat her for whatever reason, which may have caused her to go into a frenzy and crave flesh. So she decided to eat the corpses of her other friends. The only one that wouldn't make sense of her eating would probably be Kickin' Chicken. This is because he was more than likely taken by the prototype. Well, not quite. We know that the prototype only takes toys that have qualities that can make him stronger, which is why he didn't take anything from Huggy Wuggy, since he was deemed too weak. So he left Huggy's corpse at the bottom of the factory. Now, I'm pretty sure Kickin' Chicken is way weaker than Huggy Wuggy, so more than likely the prototype left his corpse near the front door. Now, you may make the argument that Kickin' Chicken is in the shrine that Catnap made for the prototype, but come on, they mass-produced that toy. It could be any other version of him. More than likely, not the original. Now, assuming Piggy Piggy found Kickin' Chicken's corpse near the front door, which she then proceeded to eat. I'm guessing once the hour of joy was over and she ate half of her friends, she began to wander and look for more food to eat. As we can hear, she is very hungry in her dialogue. I'm assuming she met the same fate as Bobby Bearhug, but being very different. Her being because she couldn't find any food, and Bobby Bearhug being because she refused to eat whoever, which in the end led her to starvation. Now, we pretty much already know what happened to Dog Day, so there isn't much to say. We know his legs were cut off by Catnap since he didn't plead loyalty to the prototype. Once we find him chained up outside the playhouse, he is then killed from the inside by small smiling critters. He has a very gruesome death that we saw with our own eyes, so there isn't much more to say about Dog Day other than one thing. Dog Day was more than likely the first critter to notice Catnap's behavior was off. After his chase, we find his cutout and listen to his dialogue. Here it is.
Dog Day says, fetch! Go, go, as far as you can! Why are you just standing there? You can't be here. You can't stay.
We can hear him saying, fetch, go, go as far as you can. Now, this could mean two things. One being he is telling his friends to run away as he tries to deal with Catnap, which ended in Dog Day losing, and then in the end losing his legs because he didn't plead loyalty to the prototype. Or two, being he was playing with Catnap. Now, we never heard Catnap talk in the little cartoons or do much of anything. So, when they were playing fetch, Catnap kind of just stood there. It didn't go for the stick, which could have been why Dog Day said, why are you standing there? I think that's more than likely the way he ended up as he did, but we can never be too sure. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Same concept as Dog Day, we know exactly what happened to Catnap. After the final boss fight, we fire a supercharged hand at him, electrocuting him as well as catching him on fire. He is then seen stumbling away as the prototype reaches his hand out to Catnap. Catnap doesn't take the prototype's hand though. Instead, he allows the prototype to kill him and drag his body away. I told you that this was not going to be a long segment, since we kind of literally saw it happen with our own eyes, just like Dog Day. In my opinion, Chapter 3 was the best in the game so far by a long shot. It has the most interesting characters, but we do know very little about them, so the game kind of forces you to make your own assumptions about the smaller characters in the game, excluding, let's say, Catnap, excluding, like, Poppy and Kissy Missy. But other than that, that's about all I can say about how the Smiling Critters died. So if you guys have any other things you want to add on to this, please let me know down in the comments. So thank you guys all for tuning in. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure to dish more out for you. So as always, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, share with your friends, and leave a comment down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone. Have a great day.